Namaste and welcome to our last class in the Evening Yoga Movement Challenge. This is a 15-minute yin yoga practice that is great to do in the evening before bed, and it is day 30 of the 30-day evening yoga movement. Thank you so much to all of you who've been doing this challenge with me, participating and practicing every single evening. I'm so proud of you, and I hope that you really notice a difference in your sense of well-being overall. I'm really glad that we're closing this challenge off with a yin yoga practice, a style that is so very near and dear to my heart. I would like for you to have 2 blocks for this class. As with all the other practices, if you don't have blocks at home, then just grab yourself some bed pillows or some couch cushions or some folded up blankets. That will work just fine. If you're just tuning in now and have not signed up yet to the evening yoga movement, you can always do this. Just click the link down below in the description box. Okay, let's begin. Our first pose will be using the blocks. I'm going to do reclined hero pose or saddle pose. This is not always suitable for people's knees, so if you'd like, you can do supported fish instead. So reclined hero works deeply on the front of the thighs, but it can be a little bit too much for people's knees. So I'll just show you what it is and you can decide if you'd like to do it or not. So you want to have your thigh bones parallel to the longer edge of your mat. And then your feet are just on the outside and you want the tops of your feet to be firmly planted down on the mat. From here, you can lift and tuck your tailbone in a little bit, and already you should start to feel this through your upper thighs. And then you can start walking yourself back if appropriate. And then the blocks are there to support you under your upper back as well as under your head. And we're here for about 2 minutes. So if this does not work for your lower body, instead you can have your blocks placed the same way and just either have your legs straight out in front of you or in a butterfly pose. Close your eyes. And our affirmation is, I choose serenity and peace. I choose serenity and peace. We'll come out of this pose nice and slow. Start by tucking your chin to your chest. You can do this with the help of your hands. And let's come all the way up. And you can move your props off to the side. We won't be needing them right now. Just have them close by within grabbing distance. And especially if you were in that reclined hero pose, should feel good just to come to tabletop and stretch one leg at a time, maybe do some hip circles, whatever feels the best here. And let's set ourselves up for a wide-legged child's pose. And I'm going to add a thread the needle variation to this. So instead of folding directly forward, if you'd like, you can reach your right arm down, really extending it out, shoulder and ear either lower down to the mat or to a block. And you can keep your left hand pushing into the floor, or you might find it better to bring your left hand towards your lower back. So both hips are resting on the heels. And adding a twist through our upper back. Breathe slow and steady here. I choose serenity and peace. If you had your hand to your low back, bring it out in front of you again. Push into the floor to lift up. And we're gonna switch sides, this time threading your left arm underneath you, shoulder and ear to the floor. Either keep your right hand pressing into the ground, or you can bring your right hand to your low back, maybe even reaching for that inner left thigh crease. Let's bring our right hand back to the mat. Push to lift up. You can lift your hips off of your heels. I'm just doing whatever feels nice and intuitive to you here. And we're going to lower down, setting ourselves up for supported bridge pose. So grab a hold of just one block. And I'm just going to use the block on its lowest level. You're welcome to do second level, a little higher for more intensity if you'd like. So your block or your pillow, whatever you have at home, is directly underneath your seat. And you might choose to keep your feet flat on the floor, or the version that I'm going to do right now is straightening your legs. So this is why I have my block on its lowest level. It might be too much for your low back if you have it on that second height, but it's different for everyone. And I'm going to reach my arms up overhead. just to really relax the shoulders and the upper body. So minimal effort here, get really heavy. I choose serenity and peace. If you had your arms up overhead, bring them back down and start to bend your knees, walking your feet back in. You can lift your hips off of your prop and move it out to the side. We won't be needing them anymore. Let's take a laying spinal twist. Open out your arms into a T. Bring your hips to the right, and I'm going to cross my right thigh over the left before dropping both knees to the left. You're welcome to just keep one thigh over the other without the bind. Push and press down into your right shoulder as you settle in this pose. We'll lift up, engage your belly a little bit, float the knees up, uncrossing your legs. And we'll switch sides, bring your hips over to the left this time, and maybe cross and wrap your left thigh over the right. Both knees drop over to the right side of your mat. Press down into your left shoulder. I choose serenity and peace. unwrap and lift up. It might feel good just to reach your arms up overhead and to straighten both legs, lengthen everything out here. And we'll roll to one side. Push your hands into the floor, lift. And come to take a seat. Hands come together. And take a moment to really acknowledge not only tonight's practice, but the entire journey you've been on over the past 30 days. And we'll close one last time together with the chant of Om. Inhale to chant, big breath in. Namaste. Thank you so much. This was day 30 of the 30-day evening yoga movement. Thank you so very much for doing this challenge with me. And as with every other class, I would love to know not only how this practice went for you tonight, but really how the challenge went overall. I really do hope you're able to notice some positive changes, either in your sleep patterns or just the way that you treat yourself throughout the rest of the day. You can use the hashtag good evening so I know you've been with me for this entire 30 days. And I know some of you have also been repeating the morning yoga movement challenge as well. So those of you who've been doing both at the same time, I am so incredibly proud of you. I'm such a big fan of these shorter classes. I really think 10 minutes, 15 minutes every single day can have really big impacts. And I hope that you're feeling those big impacts. Oh man, okay, I'm gonna close this here. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And even though there's no other evening yoga class tomorrow as part of the evening yoga movement, of course, I always put out new classes on YouTube. So I hope you'll subscribe and maybe I will still practice again with you tomorrow. Namaste. I would love for you to just take 5 minutes and do this affirmation meditation. Please do subscribe to my channel to support free yoga on the internet. You can do so just by clicking the subscribe button right here. Thank you so much, and I will see you tomorrow.